Do. Let's talk.
You know I'm Mel Man, and I'm here with Three Rats Entertainment, Boozy and Charlie, Chuck Marangello, Carolina Marangello. Their movie, The American Ripper, releases October 26th, distributed by ITN Films. The movie I acted in for them is being edited now, plug, for a 2024 release. Hi, guys.
Hey, how you doing there, Elman?
I'm good. It's nice to have a busy day and come home to you guys. Home
Thank
sweet
you so
home.
much for inviting us on your show.
Thank you. Thank you. So this is the radio part for it came from the radio, and then we're gonna go to the unfamily friendly. We could say whatever we want. So here we go. Let's talk about The American Ripper, the movie coming out on Vudu and other networks, October 26th. So what are the elements to you of a great movie, and what elements are seen in this film?
It's a good question. As far
Yeah, I
as the
wrote them
great
all.
elements of a great film, first you have to have a good cast, and then you have to have a good director, a good screenwriter, screenplay, and especially a great editor like Carolina here. So, how do you feel about that?
So the elements to build a great movie is first of all to have a great cast. Because if you have a great cast and you can portray the characters really well,
Mm-hmm.
and the actors and actresses are very important. Second of all, you need a location, and you need actually a team of people working on a movie set with you to make it all happen. So, good director, just like Chuck said, and of course, all the post house. Post house means editors, sound guys, everybody who's going to work on the movie to make it happen edit wise.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so in one of the teasers released earlier today, I loved it. Your character, Chuck, angrily asked, "What do you think? I'm boring?" I would love to see where that fits into the movie. So one thing, you guys are not boring, which is one reason I really wanted to work with you. I work with all different types of people, and a lot of people, they're very great with the technical parts and the distribution, but they're boring. They're boring, and you can't fix boring. So now, Chuck, you've been in the entertainment field for decades now. Could you just very briefly talk about your musical past and um, to ensure that the American Ripper wasn't boring, what was your vision for this project? So two-part
Um,
answer, your musical
Vision for
point and
the
vision.
project was basically that we made it around COVID time when everybody was shutting down,
Hmm.
and we figured, hey, we would like to make a film. So I was thinking, you know what? I'd like to play a part of a psychopathic maniac, and that's how this all came about. My past, I'm an entertainer. I'm a musician. I've been playing music since I was 15. I've been entertaining since I was 15. So
with
music is
uh
very dear to me.
with
I
some
played with
bands
my
that we
buddy,
know.
yeah, my buddy Marty Ballin from founder of the Jefferson Airplane, Jefferson Starship. I was his guitar player for many years. But
Only you believe.
me and Carolina thought about what we were going to do that day, and we said, "Hey, let's make this crazy maniac movie." You know,
Hmm.
that's how it all came about, right?
Yes, so we were just basically locked down in the house because of COVID,
Right?
and we couldn't go anywhere, and we were a little bit, we didn't have anything to do as far as entertainment, and we've been thinking, hey, we just did our movie. We just released our one of our movies. It's called
Hmm.
Amityville on Misery Road. So we were thinking, hey, why don't you just start shooting another movie? And
Hmm.
that's how it all started. So we started working on the weekends, basically,
Hmm.
Friday, Saturday, Sunday, all day, 10, 11 hours. And I was basically putting all my makeup and FX makeup on myself in the morning for 4 or 5 hours. And
Oh,
in the afternoon, we were shooting, and it was just two of us working together the whole time.
4 or 5 hours of special effects makeup?
Yes,
Yeah,
yes,
she would
because
wake up early in the morning and just
Wow.
start putting all these cuts and wounds all over her body.
yeah, that was
This, wow.
pretty challenging. But it was kind of also an art to express myself, because I like makeup and I like to put, all this, actually create all this FX makeup, and that's how it all came about.
I want to see that. So we're going to transition to a more uncensored interview. So to wrap up for the radio, where can listeners find you? Give us your website, your socials right here.
Yes, so we have a Facebook page. It's called The American Ripper. And also, if you want to watch our trailer and see more about us, you can just go to IMDb and type The American Ripper. It's a green poster with a yellow writings. It's called The American Ripper. And you have all the cast listed there, and the trailer and other pictures from behind the scenes.
That's where it'll be, October 26th on Vudu and all internet platforms.
So aside from, is that everything?
No, we have a lot to talk about tonight.
For promos, I wanted to make sure
Yeah.
you got your
We have a
papers,
lot to
your
talk
website
about.
in. All right, so here we go. Next.
Can you-
All right, we're off the radio. You can curse, you can say whatever the fuck you want. Now, aside from being fucking entertaining, what do you think are the most important elements of filmmaking, and important things you have to have in an actor, in a location, things that are to your taste, not general, what you are attracted to, what you're interested in?
As far as actors, we look for people that have a passion. We look for people that, want to get good performance. They want to get that magic sweet take on film, and basically, just get into the role. So it portrays this, the person was written by the writer, which is me.
So you definitely, I think, because I think I psychoanalyze people pretty well. You have I think, an intense side to you. I don't think you killed anyone in real life. I'm not going to ask that on the radio off, and I'm not accusing it. I don't think you have. But, in American Ripper, you're pretty violent and you're pretty crazy. And you have this passion. And it kind of reminds me a little bit of some of the director energy on set. Like, we have to get this done. We have to do this. What parts of the American Ripper you were not you, and where you really had to pull from someone else, or you had to really stretch yourself because it felt like, whoa, I would never do this in real life? Like, what things happened in the movie?
The whole movie was
Probably.
I had to get into the role of a maniac, a psychological killer, and I started studying Charles Manson, started studying Ted Bundy, and also Jeffrey Dahmer, and started listening to their interviews and doing different things, and said, okay, I could do that. I can play that sicko part. And I like Jack Nicholson in The Shining, and I do like Kathy Bates in Misery, and I do like Anthony Perkins in Psycho. So all of those blended together, kind of with the real live killers there, Manson and the rest of the family. Something just came out of it, and then we put Jack the Ripper, and we said, okay, Jack the Ripper is cool. We like the whole thing about him killing prostitutes over in England. So we thought it'd be cool to maybe take that same twist and make a story about a famous kind of fruit grower. He's a farmer.
Oh, okay.
And he owns these orange groves back from 100 years ago, and he has this fetish for, killing prostitutes.
Wow. Okay.
So
is Carolina a prostitute in this?
So I play the role of Lola in the movie, and Lola, she is a sophisticated wife of an attorney, which is Bobby.
I'm a trial attorney in the film.
So Lola and Bobby, they moved in the new house, and they don't know anything what's going to happen to them. The house is basically cursed because of what happened in the past, and so now they just moved in. They don't know that the house is cursed. They don't know that there was a murder in the house, and
there was a real estate agent that sold the house to us that never said that there was a severe murder in that house.
So Bobby, who is played by Chuck, Bobby is now started feeling something. He starts to feel the energy of the house and starts to slowly getting possessed by that energy or by the ghost that lives in that house. So when times go on, Bobby transitions to Henry, who is actually a maniac murderer and who
Oh.
actually was an owner of that house.
He's
that
the
passed.
fruit grower.
And he is the fruit grower from a few hundred years ago, and his soul and his spirit lives in that house. So
Okay.
Bobby transitions to Henry, and now Henry imagines, because now this maniac murderer appears through his body, through Bobby's body, and now he imagines that Lola, which is his wife, is Maria, which is one of his prostitutes.
So
Okay.
Lola is
I
playing
see.
Maria as well. So
I like that.
Bobby's playing Henry Barcelona, and Lola's playing Maria.
So Lola is actually, playing him herself. However, Bobby which is Henry, thinks that Lola is Maria, because that's all in his head. He's psycho. He's crazy. He doesn't know. He can't distinguish between what's real, what's not. So as times go on, he's getting more crazy, and he starts torturing people, and he starts killing people. And that's
Oh, interesting.
He
Interesting.
gets
I like that
he gets
concept.
caught though. He gets caught by the legal system, and then they put him on trial, and they give him the electric chair.
we're talking about Henry in the past.
Okay, right.
Each story, yeah.
Okay. So Bobby doesn't get the electric chair. Okay, maybe we'll find
No,
out.
Bobby's
Maybe a sequel.
the modern man that bought the house. It's almost like kind of he's got this second sense of coming back from another time.
Gotcha.
And
Okay.
he's becoming this.
He's becoming possessed. He's possessed
Yeah.
by Henry.
And Lola, my wife in the movie, starts to say, "Hey, something's wrong. Something's going on with my husband.
Right.
So he's changing. He's not the same Bobby when I first met him."
Lola is getting scared of her own husband, and eventually she figures. I mean, she doesn't know what's really going on until bad things start happening. So we don't want to say too much about the movie.
Yeah.
Because,
Yeah.
we don't want to.
But Jen, I will tell you, just got a little piece of it. It's really disturbing.
Yes.
Honestly,
It's a very disturbing
the
film.
trailer really captured me, because generally when I'm the end of the day, when I watch TV, it's usually to zone out and it's something comedy or peaceful. I watched this trailer. I was really, really interested, and I love the persona that you conjured, Chuck. So back
Thank
to
you.
before, you said that you studied Dahmer and Manson. So what aspects of those personas did you bring into this character?
Good question. I took a lot of their thoughts and basically some of the way they think, and I just put it all in my own soup, and basically came out kind of bits and pieces, like I was telling you, that some of the things they said, the way they acted, the way they twist their head, the way they did
Okay.
cutting
The
bones
head
up,
movements.
hiding bones, Jeffrey Dahmer, Manson, crazy thinking, and good is bad, bad is good,
So we were
Right.
Chuck was trying to just analyze their personalities, how to even become crazy like that, because you don't know until you really study a real life crazy people. So he was locking himself up in the office and just watching interviews with real life murderers, just to feel right how their personality is, so he can actually take it and portray it in a movie.
Yeah,
So I think it was.
I thought it was a lot of kind of
work.
interesting,
Yeah.
to watch Ted Bundy and the way he was thinking and stuff, So this is all came from kind of planning this. So
All right. So tell me about the great cinematography in The American Ripper. Visually, it looked great. Remember, I worked with you guys one time in Pennsylvania. So, there's only so much I know. And I saw the trailer. I was like, oh, holy shit, this is fucking amazing. That's great. So how did you get such good cinematography?
So
What was the process?
we again, me and Carolina made the whole complete film by ourselves. So we didn't want anybody around us during that COVID time. So we took our cameras out and we planned each shot meticulously. And we basically made sure that the shots made sense, good lighting, good, depth of field. And we had a blast. And that's, took our time. We weren't rushed for elements of, hey, we got to go, we got to go. So we took our time
Right.
shooting scenes,
Okay.
So,
Right. So yeah, so we were, when we wrote a shot list and we had a lot of scenes written down, we tried to, because we had time, we tried to take each one of the shots that we wrote down before, and try to edit all the shots together. So it wasn't like a wasted shot, so I tried to do it everything.
it was a great experience. We had a lot of fun, putting on our own makeup. We were probably saying we're probably the only crazy people here in Florida doing this.
I wonder.
And working till 11 o'clock at night. And
Yeah, I
husband and
wonder.
wife putting blood on each other and
Right.
getting everything just perfect to make it look so authentic and real, So
Yeah, there's definitely some filmmakers still doing things like me in this house during COVID.
you know what I'm talking
So
about.
the weird things that went on while other people were like, I don't know what to do. I'm watching television. It's like, well, you could make a film, I
Yeah.
guess, or make a
Yeah.
baby. Other people did that too. So switching gears, how do post-production and distribution affect your films?
Post-production is a hard process.
Mhm.
It takes usually the most time. It takes months to years just to edit the film in-house. And yeah, it takes time, it takes hard work. So the post-production is a pain in the ass, honestly. And we are trying right now to a different route. We're trying with our new movie where you are in it.
Yeah, we have a team of nice
have a
editors
team
now,
of
great
editors.
editors.
So we hopefully can speed it up and issue our new movie out by 2024. So it's hard to do a post much more than production. I think production, it's more fun to just record and do the shots and just be on the movie set with people. I think for me personally, it's a fun work.
Yeah.
But the post-production, it's a long and meticulous and very very
Detailed
work that you have to really
Editing.
concentrate to take your brain out just to edit
I mean, she worked on the film editing it for almost 3 years.
I edited in a year and a half. The American Ripper. The whole movie was done in 3 years. So a year and a half was just for editing.
Yeah, it took a lot of
With
time.
sounds and stuff, and we still had to cut out like 30 minutes out of it. So we had to extract a lot of scenes because it was too long. But so all that work was also for nothing. But we had a great cut in the end. So
Played all our own music too. We put all our own music in
Yeah.
there and all different sounds and stuff. So
yeah.
Yes, that's what I'm going to ask you next. So, how do you approach sounds and music in your films? Is it all your own music? Do you sample from other music? How do you get the music?
We have a samples of we have a library of sounds, but the main tracks are played by Chuck. And you played Tonewood?
I played this Tonewood amp. It's a device that goes on the back of acoustic guitar. And I just did it a little bit differently than they use it. I just gained it up and distorted it and made it kind of do some crazy stuff that I've never heard before. And it was perfectly great for making some disturbing sounds for our horror movie. It came out beautiful.
How long does it take? Yeah, to make the music.
I would use a little violin bow, and I would play a bow on the acoustic guitar, and it takes a while. Yeah, Carolina would come in and hear me playing these great sounds and says, "Let me get the camera," and she would film me, and I'd play for like an hour, and then we'd put that aside, and then I'd go in the next day and play, and then we would just take some of the best footage, the best sounds out of it, and put it in different parts of the movie that needed. And that scene that you saw today had a nice squeal to it, violin kind of squeal to it.
I'm gonna have to listen back for that.
Yeah, you can hear it.
So, but 90% of the sounds are created by Chuck. However, we have a bed of some library sounds as well. So I try to combine in the post-production everything together, so it sounds like a nice soundtrack, and put some bass and other stuff.
Plus, we learned how to use the drone. We're professional drone operators.
Nice.
So we
Yeah,
added a lot of
I saw
drumming to
that.
the film. So yeah, we had a lot of fun making the film. It's great. So
And what are the advantages of using mostly original music?
I like the John Carpenter effect. He was a musician,
Hmm.
director, did a lot of stuff with his own films, and that's kind of where I got it from. Stuff like he did in Escape from New York, Escape from Los Angeles. It was Escape from L.A. Um, but the soundtrack was very um, kind of rewarding to do it ourselves.
Hmm.
Carolina even sings in the theme.
I sing the theme as well.
I put her in the theme. I wrote this eerie kind of chord progression, and I said, "Hey, you know what? Why don't you sing really high?" And we put this medley that just worked beautifully, and it's very eerie and just really original. So, which we thought was cool. So,
Now, before we shot the Creature movie, can't say the name yet, in Pennsylvania together, I remember you telling me that you two aren't having kids and instead make movies. And that's pretty much one of my mindsets too. Filming, not babies. Not only do you two make movies, but you're in the Boozy and Charlie band. Do you ever make songs for that band and they inspire a movie? Or you ever make a movie and you're like, okay, everyone in the bands, we gotta make a whole soundtrack for this movie? Like, how does the band and the movies interplay, or are they two separate worlds?
that's a good question. They are not. They're kind of separate, two separate worlds. Maybe not, because we know that the end result is that we're making original music to actually play live and as well put it in our films as
Mhm.
Bougie and Charlie. But then also we use pieces of songs that we'll use in the beginning of the movie and say, okay, let's use it as a theme, or we'll use it as a filler. And then at the end, we'll put another original song in, and then we use our credits and we tell everybody that, hey, we're playing all the music as well.
So we played like 5 songs in the American Ripper, which are created by our band Bougie and Charlie. They are great songs. One is Hottest Girl, Rabbit Run. Um, what else? Summer Days.
I like it.
I Like It. All these
I
songs.
listened to that. That's on my playlist.
Yeah, all these songs are created by our band Bougie and Charlie. But the theme itself, which is, the opening theme, is created as well by our band Engineer by Jeremy Miller, right?
Right, Jeremy's our engineer.
Our engineer, and yes, and our band played music for the opening theme as well. So we love actually put our music in the movies because we feel very attached to the music,
Mhm.
and I think it's so
Mhm.
rewarding to hear your own creation, your own music in the movie that
Oh,
you're also
yeah.
creating. So we are open for other artists as well to present as their soundtracks and their music. Why not? But it's so
Mhm.
rewarding just to show the world your own creation and your own. If you like if you have opportunity to put your own music in your own
Right.
movie, why not? It's a great.
Definitely. Yeah. That's really cool. So, switching gears again, how has technology changed filmmaking in recent years, in your perspective? And in what ways have you adopted new methods in your productions?
Another good question. I like watching uh, channels on TV. They have old footage of black and white films from 1930, silent films, all the way up to when they started using talk. Um, and projector directors were rolling their arms on the film projector to shoot the film. Um, Back when I grew up, they were using film. Now they're using
Mm.
digital film.
Mhm.
So we've gotten into filmmaking. I know it's been maybe 8 years now that we've been doing it. So we consider ourselves cinematographers. We consider ourselves DPs. We do everything. So as far as it changing, we use the cameras that we got. We learn how to use the camera, the drone, and then use it at its best.
Okay, so what inspired you to become a film director, Chuck, and what got you into acting and singing and performing and editing and SFX, Carolina? Start
All
with
right,
you, Chuck.
so you go first.
Um, Again, I was I like acting. I think acting's kind of fun. Especially again if you put your heart and soul into it. And so it is kind of a spillover from me playing on stage as a guitar player in front of, big crowds. And I like that attention, and I like to show my talent to people when I perform. So I watch a lot of films, and I watch a lot of heroes of mine like Robert De Niro and Joe Pesci and a lot of these New York kind of actors, as we all know. And I was like, wow, it would be great to play a part with those guys, or try to mimic something like that in our own movie. So that's kind of how this all came about,
For me, how I got into acting, well, first of all, when we met, me and Chuck, we didn't know anything about filmmaking and acting. So one day we went to New York, and it was a very freezing weather. And he took his cell phone camera out of the pocket and say, "Hey, why don't you just film you in the woods, just walking around?" Because we were.
That was in your neck of the woods.
They were just
in Mount Misery Road.
We were just having fun with a camera, and really just for nothing. So we came back to the hotel and we studied the footage, and we said like, wow, that looks pretty cool. Maybe I can write a screenplay around what you're doing there in the woods. So in 1-2 days, he wrote a whole screenplay for the movie.
We were up there for a few weeks.
Amityville?
Yeah.
This is wow. Okay.
And we start going there and doing, shooting more footage. And as days go by, again, we had like half of the movie shot in New York, and then we came back to Tampa, and we shot another half of the movie here locally, so in Florida. So I acted there in that movie, Amityville on Misery Road, as Bougie. And now we had the movie, and now somebody has to edit it. So
So Carolina got that job.
So I was like, okay, sometimes in the evening I was a little bit bored, and I'm like more tech head, like technology. I graduated from civil engineer college, so I have a bachelor degree in civil engineering, so I like technology. So I'm like, okay, maybe I can just learn a little bit how to do it, and I started that.
Wow.
So we bought a program for that, and I just learned in 3 months how to edit the scenes, and then start putting it together, because I was curious myself how the movie would actually look in the end as an end product. So you're curious, how your acting is going to actually look, as a one movie piece. So I edited the whole thing, and we were like, "Oh, we have a movie, so we're gonna do with that."
It was not a short film. It was a
feature film.
90-minute film. So Carolina said, "Okay, I'm going to make some phone calls, and we'll submit it to a distribution company." They were literally fighting over the film.
They loved the film. They thought it's it's a cool horror flick.
They thought it was just like a Blair Witch.
Right. So they thought it's cool, and our acting were good, and the editing part was good. So I was really surprised.
And I filmed it on a cell phone, believe it or not.
Right.
So this is the Amityville Misery Road?
I filmed it on a cell phone. I filmed it on this cell phone right here.
Wow. And according to Will Colazo, Cult Cinema, because I've done a lot of movies with them, The Bloody Nun, we all talk, and he said, wow, that's really cool. He saw your film, and he said that people were copying it. That you guys are responsible for several other Amityville films being made because people were copying you guys.
So there was like maybe 25 more Amityvilles that was made after our movie that was issued in 2018. When you go to Wikipedia and you put Amityville, then you're gonna see all the sequence of films when they were issued, and you can see our movies like in the middle of the chart. That means the 2018 issued, and then you can see all this 20 or more movies issued right after.
It literally happened right after. I mean, literally, we put the film out within like 6 months. We were like, "There's another one.
Right.
There's another Amityville. There's another one." And we were thinking. And then we heard what you just said from our distributor in Los Angeles.
He said
that you guys started this whole buzz, and everybody's trying to copy you guys.
It's like a micro budget movie. And so I was like really surprised. And to answer your question, so I was thinking to myself, oh, I can edit now some content, I can become a content creator, I can edit the content. So that's how it started. And we now I'm a content creator as well, so I'm doing a lot of marketing stuff, but
Nice.
it took me like 5 years to actually get this craft. And now I edit another movie, which is The American Ripper, which took me a year and a half to edit.
I
And
can't wait to see it.
I think it was
that's just,
longer than that. It had to be longer.
I think
I
it
think it
was
was.
maybe longer than
I think
that,
it was longer than that. Yeah.
especially that you
She
do
was
all the
working
sounds.
10-hour days editing and
God.
and just really skinning the bone. I mean, the movie was like 2.5 hours, and we had to get it below 2 minutes, and I mean 2 hours. And then finally, we got it below 2 hours. They still wanted it even more, less than 2 hours. So it's an hour and 50 minutes. So it's an hour and 50 minutes. We got it down to.
So proud of you guys. You guys are going to keep on growing. I've been told by 2 psychics I'm going to live till 96. So I guess I got 60 years to see where you guys go in life. But you've accumulated so many skills, and it's, part of it is just like, I want to do something. You have curiosity. You guys are both alive. You're not dead people I'm not anti-pot. I didn't take an edible before this interview, but I will. But you're so alive and you're
still
so
alive.
full. But it's like you're not deadened, so that curiosity and that thirst to learn, it's caused Carolina right here. Now you know how to edit. Now you know how to do this. Now you know. I mean, it's really, really inspiring. So now
we're like a power couple between us two.
Yeah, it's great.
And we've been told that.
I love working with power couples. It's so fun.
We make things happen. But you're in one of our films. You're in one of our new films.
Yes.
Yeah, which leads me to my next question. I'm your actress. I think my name is Jackie. Am I Jackie?
You're Jackie. And Caroline is Sarah.
Sarah, right. And I know a Jackie and Sarah who are sisters-in-laws in real life, which is very
How did
funny.
that all come about? Is that you want to ask us?
It's very strange. No. So how do you work with actors like me to create the best performance?
We had had a overwhelming response when we put these ads out for actors and actresses for the casting of this new working title movie,
Bunny Killer.
Okay.
And so when it came to the girl was the main role other than Sarah's role, we said, okay, we're looking for a brunette.
Okay.
Looking for an attractive brunette. We're looking for a girl that can kind of complement Carolina. So we had put the ad out, and I think we got hundreds. I think there was hundreds of situations.
There was a lot of people that were interested in
and
this
then
role.
I had seen your picture and your reel that you have. And I said, she stands out on the camera. She's in a crowd of 4 or 5 people at the boardwalk. And at the house, these movies that you did. And I said, wow. I says, I think she's great. I want to get in touch with her. So that's how it all came out. So I picked you.
That's cool.
I think your performance was great, Jenny. I think you were so natural in your movies, and your reel is very outstanding. And I think,
thank you.
Yes, stuff. You're a great actress. And when I had a chance to work with you on the movie set, and I know we both gave it all in front of camera. And me and you and I, we are perfectionists, so that's why I think the movie is going to be great. So I think that also not only personality wise, but the look wise, we are looking great. We are looking similar.
Yeah,
we're actually looking like best friends. So that's why. Yeah. That's why.
And we even have things in common in real life, like I'm teaching myself editing and makeup. And how do you learn things? Well, we had the demand, and then you have to learn something. So you and I have all that in common.
Yeah.
So you guys pulled off those scenes really good. I mean, not to say too much to the fans, but the cemetery scene was great. Came out great. And
I haven't seen it yet.
Jackie's performance, you portrayed that you were her best friend. And I think it came out great. So
I cried. Did my crying come out on camera?
Yes.
Is that
yes.
Yeah, it was a very. I think the audience is going to love this. The fans are going to love this film. We've already created the trailer, and we can't show the trailer now until next year. But the trailer is sick. It's really great. It's stellar performance by everybody.
It's really cool. Bunny Killer is going to be great, but Bunny Killer is coming out in 2024. Right now, it's in post house, and hopefully, it's going to be done pretty soon.
This is going to end in 30, 40 seconds. Tell me on October 26th where we could see everything. Tell us.
Yes. So October 26th, The American Ripper is coming out on Vudu and other internet platforms. And hopefully it's going to be on Tubi and Amazon Prime and YouTube and other platforms. But right now, we know officially it's going to be on Vudu. So go check it out, everybody.
And make sure you keep your doors locked.
Oh, God.
You got to keep your doors locked. You really do when you watch.
I have a feeling I might do a satire of your character in this movie. That might be coming up, like
I'm all about
satire version.
Bring some great popcorn and
pumpkin spice.